February is done. It is now March, which means it's time for what I watched in February. This shirt's getting all... Hey, what's up? My name is John Bonjour. I am a comic artist and film enthusiast. These are the movies and shows that I watched in February of 2026, followed by a little bit of a how I'm doing. You get what this is. Nobody watches these videos. First and foremost, I watched Sentimental Value, a movie that I made a video on. You can listen to all of my thoughts on Sentimental Value. I think it's very, very good. That video is part of my Why It Should Win Best Picture series, so go watch that. Then I watched Send Help for the second time, Sam Raimi's Send Help. Took my sister to go see it. We're both big, weird horror heads, so this movie's a blast. This movie is so much fun. Every line delivery by the two leads floors me. I do recommend, it's a very, very fun, very watchable movie. Even if you're not a huge horror person, I don't think it's a horror movie inherently. It's on the edge. I don't think it's like a scary, scary horror movie. I wouldn't be uncomfortable taking anybody who doesn't love horror to see this movie because it's very, very fun. And it's not super mean-spirited about it either. I think it has a lot of fun with what it does instead of being like super aggressive like some horror movies can be. Then I watched The Incredible Hulk. I will be making a video about that. I'm doing an MCU rewatch. I'll talk about that later. I watched Marty Supreme again. Also took my sisters to go see that because we were trying to catch up on all the Best Picture nominees. Marty Supreme, it's a powerhouse of a movie. It's a hell of a thing. Like I feel like my first viewing, I didn't appreciate all the things that it was doing enough, and I loved it. So now, watching it a second time, this solidifies it to me as like one of our best movies. Just going forward, if this does win Best Picture, perfectly good with that. Then I watched Shelter, the Jason Statham movie, with my mom, because we watch all the Jason Statham movies, because she's radical. Of the Jason Statham movies, this was kind of up there for me. Good sweaters, really good sweaters, just powerful sweaters. Jason Statham kills a bunch of guys. There's some good fights. I feel like they're well choreographed. The stakes are there. There was a moment, like the first 20 minutes of the movie, where I was like, is this not gonna be one of those? Is this not gonna be one of those Jason Statham movies where he's out of the game and then he gets called back into the game and then he's the best at the game that there's ever been and then he gets out of the game again? But no, it's one of those. It's one of those. But for a second, it had me thinking it might not be. Then I watched Solo Mio, a movie that I find relatively charming and a little bad. It's a middle ground. It's an okay movie, I guess. It's to me the biggest flaw in the movie. Well, let's be positive. To me, the biggest good thing in the movie is Kevin James. He's really fun in it, and I think he's a good actor. It's funny to me that he has been branded as this like comedy guy because I don't think I've really ever enjoyed his comedic stylings, but when he's actually acting, I find him to be really good. So if this is the direction of the Kevin James career, if it's the Beckys and the Solo Mios of the cinematic universes, I'm for it. I think he's kind of finding a niche that actually works for him, and I hope he continues to do it. Solo Mio itself is all right. It's okay. I think it has a pretty gaping hole. The whole point of the movie is that this guy is left at the altar in Rome, and he has to go around on this all the honeymoon stuff that he's already pre-booked. But the gaping hole in the movie is that they never really explain what happened, why the fiance left. There's a vague implication that maybe it's because Kevin James was not good at confrontation. Maybe it's one of those things that it's like you can't set up the most dramatic thing in a movie and just not talk about it, and that's what this movie does. Then I watched Kill, which is a Bollywood action movie set on a train, and hell yeah it is. Then I watched Hellboy the Crooked Man, a movie I've seen several times. I still really like it. I understand people's problems with the film. It's weird because I'm so tied to Hellboy as a character. He's my favorite comic book. It's my favorite comic book of all time. And so I understand that I'm bringing that baggage into Hellboy the Crooked Man, but every time I watch it, I go, yeah, this is nasty and weird and fun, and I enjoy the hell out of it. I don't know, to each his own. Then I watched Oh Boise. Then I watched Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which is my favorite movie of 2026. And I feel pretty confident saying it always will be my favorite movie of 2026. I could be wrong, there could be other things that come out. This is a movie that makes me, the jokes to minute ratio is just astronomical. It's insane. It is so funny and it is so weird and it feels so impossible. Just blew me out of the water. Just insanely funny. If you haven't seen it, If it's still playing near you, please go. Like, genuinely, please go see it. I don't tell people to go see movies very often, but I forced my family to go see it. I have told everyone I know that they need to go see it. I'm telling people at work that they need to go see it. It's just one of those special movies. Then, so then I got really sick. Really sick, and I watched A Mighty Wind, directed by Christopher Guest, and that's only important because I also watched For Your Consideration and Best in Show, also directed by Christopher Guest. And they're like kind of mockumentary things, and those are the perfect sick movies. Those are the perfect sick movies, and I've never seen them before, and I vaguely enjoyed each and every one of them, and I think that they're all very fun, and they all kind of washed over me in a very palatable way. I was never forced to engage with them. It was okay. They were just exactly nihilistic enough for me to feel bad and enjoy watching them. So anything Christopher Guest, I guess, is the way to go if you're sick. I watched Hard Eyes also while I was sick. Really enjoyed that. Very fun slasher. I've been waiting for a like horror movie / also rom-com, and this crushes both sides of it. So really enjoyed that. I watched Pacific Rim Uprising because we had watched Pacific Rim in a theater a while back. Poop. It's not good. I kept expecting myself to watch it again and be like, oh, I missed something so great about this movie. And there just isn't anything so great about this movie. Pacific Rim Uprising is not good, and I'll probably do it on my show, the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour. I have a podcast called the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour, and I will probably be talking about that movie at some point. I got better. Felt better. This would not be a movie to watch when you're feeling sick. And I watched Hamnet. And I also made a video on that. I enjoyed what it was doing, but I didn't really enjoy the movie. Go watch the whole video. Saw Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Gore Verbinski has a weird career and continues to have a weird career. It's such a fun movie. It's such a really engaging movie. It's also very anti-generative AI, which makes me extremely happy. There's not a lot to say really about Good Luck, Have Fun, other than there are hints and suggestions in the movie that when you're done watching it, my friends and I who saw it, we kind of just kept coming back to be like, okay, but is it a happy ending? Like, is that a positive ending, or is it the saddest, darkest shit you've ever seen? I then watched Nirvana the Band, the show, the movie. Once again, I brought my family to go see it, and it's even funnier the second time. Then my mom informed me that Rental Family is on Hulu, so we went over to her house and watched that. Very fun. I really like this movie. It's very sweet. It has this vein of sadness that I think really grounds the film. I haven't changed my opinion on it, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Then I watched Three Colors Red, the third in the Three Colors trilogy, and it kind of blew my mind. It kind of blew me away. This is a really special trilogy of films that I kind of want to talk about a lot more in a lot more depth. So let it suffice it to say, this is a great trilogy. If you haven't seen the Three Colors trilogy and you like that kind of hoity-toity nonsense, I highly recommend them. And also, I kind of wasn't expecting it to be a trilogy in the sense that some things actually do connect. I don't want to say what it is, because if you haven't seen them and you want to get into them, here's your sign. As whoever the hell that is would say, they're also very slow and very pretentious. So if you don't like that, just don't watch them. Then I watched Twinless, that I had heard was incredible from last year, and it was very good. I think it was a little overhyped for me. It also probably wasn't helped that the movie was just buffering to hell and back on Hulu. I think it's a very good movie. I don't want to put that in question. It's a very good movie. I don't think it's this phenomenal masterpiece that a lot of people seem to. I will say Dylan O'Brien is very, very good as the character that he is currently playing in any scene. He has a line delivery. The line is, "I like boobs," but the way that he delivers it, just maybe an all-timer line delivery. Then I watched Escape from LA, the John Carpenter sequel to Escape from New York, because it's the movie that I'm making my friends watch on the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour whenever we get to recording, eventually. Lincoln and Preston, when we eventually find a time that we can record. This is a movie that I thought I hated. I went into it being like, this sucks, this is gonna be terrible. And I left it being like, that was kind of great, kind of awesome. It's a very prescient movie. It's a very tonally strange and kind of a warning of a film. And I think in a lot of ways we've sort of gone down exactly what the movie is warning. Obviously not to the degree that it has. I love both of these movies. I know that I enjoy a series when I'm watching a movie and kind of writing the third or the sequel in my head. My pitch for the third Escape From movie is Escape from Washington, D.C., possibly just escape from DC if they want to do that. Anyway, the pitch is Snake Plissken infiltrates the government and tears it down from the inside. And if you want to hear any more of my thoughts on that movie, you can listen to our episode whenever it comes out of the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour. Again, MPRPH, the Motion Picture Retribution Power Hour. I love this podcast and no one listens to it and no one watches these videos, so it's not gonna change from this. Then I watched Scream 7, the worst Scream movie. I've really let it sit. I've sat on the movie for a while. I made my video and then I just kind of haven't thought about it, let it kind of simmer for a bit. And this movie sucks. It's a terrible film. It's truly, I think, the worst Scream movie that there ever was. Like, I have no qualms in saying that. It is genuinely awful, and no one should see it. So, the fact that they canceled it for such a stupid political reason aside, it's also not worth seeing on its own merits. To wrap up the month, I watched The Secret Agent starring Wagner Moura. It is one of the Best Picture nominees. This was the first time that I had watched it. The second time that I watched it was next month, or this month currently. It was in March. It's the next time that I watched it. So for this time, I didn't love it. I liked a lot of it, but I was very sleepy and I had had a significant amount of alcohol, so it was hard to process. That's not the way to watch these kinds of movies. It's stupid. It was a stupid idea. The Secret Agent, I have since watched it again and really liked it. I made a video that you can watch. I don't know if it'll be out when this comes out, but the video will be out soon, whether it's out now or not. I'm not 100% sure. But at the time, the first viewing of The Secret Agent, I liked it. I didn't love it. A lot of it brushed past me. And that was my month of February. How am I doing? Because I always do a little journaling segment at the end of these, because again, and I can't stress this enough, nobody watches these videos. I'm doing really well. I feel like my vest is doing a strange thing. I'm doing well. That might have made it worse. I'm doing well. I can only say that so many times before it stops sounding true. Job is going good. I'm really enjoying being a cook. I'm enjoying the process of working in a restaurant. I am also enjoying building up all of the creative stuff on the side, having a great time making these videos for you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm really living the dream right now, and eventually I would love for it to become a full-time, like, creative job, but for now, until then, I feel so fortunate to be able to have the time to work both and the ability to work both. And I really do enjoy working at a restaurant, so I don't feel like I'm losing out on a lot of anything here. I got a little bit sick twice. I got really sick once. It's been a weird month for sickness. Started working out again. Haven't done that since December, which is bad. And I might be Catholic now. I don't know if I mentioned that in others. Not officially in the sense that we're not like confirmed, but my wife and I have been looking into Catholicism for quite a while now, and I think it answers a lot of questions that I've had. Just a ton of them, so I am really excited about that. How was your February? I would love to hear what you watched and how you're doing, just generally speaking. Thank you so much for watching these videos and checking out my channel. If you'd like to hear more of my thoughts on movies, comics, TV shows, anything of the like, please hit the like button, the subscribe, and comment down below which you'd like me to review next, or do none of those things because I am not your dad. It's not super mean-spirited about it either. I think it